Jane Kramer. I commute every day from Oakland to Berkeley to do whatever. The BRT is not the solution to getting people around town. What is a high quality, local bus system. BART takes care of people who have to bypass town. They've been in business a long time and they know how to do it. If they need an extra car on their train, put it on. It's already paid for. BRT is not going to get people out of their cars when it only stops, for instance, in Temescal at 40th and then not again until 49th. That doesn't get people around locally to do their errands. What will get people around locally to get their errands done is a bus that stops at every corner or every other corner, which has been eliminated before we came up with the assessment of people pick up the buses now where they did before.
Thank you. Jason Ulibarri, followed by Rosemary Vermont, followed by Dean Metzger.
Hello, I'm actually Jason Ulibarri. I'm a long-time environmental activist, and usually I'm speaking in favor of mass transit increasing. But I'm distraught at how this is going to affect the character of the neighborhood of Telegraph at the end there. And so I think it's really important that we try to preserve that. And, if anything, we should make it, no traffic going through those last two blocks.
Yeah.
Maybe sort of pedestrian pavilion down in Santa Cruz. I think that would be best. Preserve the actual equity and the nature of that neighborhood. Thanks a lot.
Did Rosemary receive her time?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you. Dean Metzger, followed by Jim Bullock, followed by Jennifer Mikowski.
Good evening. I'm Dean Metzger. I'm here representing the SENA neighborhood. I'm president of that organization. And SENA has been and will continue to be against the BRT as it's configured. The things you've heard tonight just reinforce that. Our neighborhood will be impacted very much by this. College Avenue, which is impacted there, as you know, will not improve or get worse. Ashby Avenue up to our neighborhood will be worse. The Warren Derby Freeway will be worse, what we call the freeway. Also, I'd also like to speak for the noisy minority. We in SENA are 1,000 strong, and yet when we did a survey of our neighborhood, 99% of those people in our neighborhood are against BRT. So we may be a minority, but we're not in our neighborhood, we're a majority. Thank you.
Jim Bullock, followed by Jennifer Mikowski, followed by Chris Shield.
Normally I'm all in favor of transit projects, but tonight I feel like the little boy at the parade. The emperor has no clothes. A transit project ought to be about increasing ridership, nothing else. And this project, despite the claims about double ridership on the line, and AC Transit has said 26,000 new riders. If you look at the draft EIR, and you look at the change between the build alternatives and the no build alternatives, there are just about 10,000 additional transit boardings per day. With the most expensive, with the $250 million project, out of the densest population in the Bay Area, only 10,000 people are induced to ride the bus. Now I ask you, is that a wise way to spend money? If you had a house that was old and took $200 a month to heat, would you spend thousands and thousands of dollars to reduce the bill by 1.5%? I don't think so.
No.
Thank you very much. Jennifer Mikowski, followed by Chris Shield, followed by Laura DeVos.
Hi, my name is Jen, and I'm the owner of Looking Glass Photo in Berkeley. We're right on the corner of Telegraph and Oregon. And although there are a lot of things that I disagree with about BRT, I just want to quickly point out what it actually does to my business. This is a business that I've worked for 10 years, that I purchased a year and a half ago, and the only thing that I thought I was coming up against doing this was a really hurting economy. We've made our way through that, and now I'm actually having to fight against the city of Berkeley in a way that I love. You know, the BRT eliminates the bus stop that's a block away from my business. It eliminates the ability of anybody to be able to make a left turn towards my business coming from Ashby, where people come from all over coming to my business. It eliminates all of the parking in front of it, effectively destroying my customers from being able to come and buy things from me. I don't understand why we can't come up with a better solution that actually works with what we've got, meaning BART. Really, why can't we shuttle people from BART to shopping areas on College, on 4th Street, and on Telegraph?
Thank you. Rochelle, followed by Laura T-Balls, followed by Joe Ramos.
Hey, my name is Chris, and I moved to Berkeley in 2000, first as a UC Berkeley student, and then loved the city, loved the community, loved the feeling on Telegraph Avenue when I can walk down the street and there's all these vendors on the street and selling their crafts, and the stores are all unique. Very different from where I grew up in the South Bay, which is all sprawl and strip malls and no culture or character whatsoever. I also don't own a car, and so for me to get to these shops on Telegraph Avenue, I sometimes bike and I sometimes take the bus. And I see BRT as being a huge benefit to me in both of those ways. I think that it will really improve bicycle safety on Telegraph Avenue and make it much easier and safer for me to bike to the shops on Telegraph. And also a much quicker and convenient bus when it's cold out like tonight and I don't want to ride my bike. So I just want to support full dedicated lanes for BRT and keeping this project moving forward. We need it.
Thank you very much. Laura Tibbles, followed by Joel Ramos, followed by Bertha Jarries.
Hi, I'm Laura Tibbles, and I'm a resident of Berkeley, above Telegraph Avenue. I also work at Lowe's, and I have for 30 years. And this whole process makes me feel bullied and offended by the commissioners and AC Transit. And I just been to meetings, they become very boring, and I just wonder if, I mean, in all neighborhood associations, they adamantly opposed to BRT, and I'm just curious, is it even possible that the no project alternative could be accepted with no dedicated bus lanes? It seems that we're dismissed like silly children. And I also say that a rapid bus is okay. I think the credibility of the AC Transit studies is humorous if it isn't so frightening, and they've wasted a lot of money so far. So I also think that BRT, if we were dealing with a population of 10 million, would be a different issue.
Thank you very much.
The 40,000 is not that big a deal.
Joel Ramos, followed by Martha Jones, followed by Bradley Crow.
Hi, Joel Ramos with Transform. I wanted to drop off 219 cards from Berkeley residents that are members of the Sierra Club that read, I urge you to support the proposed AC Transit East Bay Bus Rapid Transit project. More than any other plan, BRT has the greatest potential to reduce automobile use and all the pollution and carbon dioxide emissions connected with it. Demonstrate your commitment to the environment by saying yes to the proposed BRT service on the Telegraph Avenue International Boulevard and East 14th Street corridor between Berkeley and San Leandro. Keep me posted on the progress of this is an important issue. I'll give these, and I plan on giving them to this,
Please.
to the Sierra Club, or to the City Council as well. I also spoke to about 100 people last night on the 1 and the 1R, and every single one that I spoke to was elated and excited about this idea. I was talking to them on the commute, which the bus did actually have some people on there. The driver was elated and wanted to ride me around all night talking about it.
Please.
Fine.
Thank you.
Another minute because I couldn't hear it.
No.
Well, okay. I will say okay to that if every time I ask if somebody can have another minute, you okay? My ears are bad.
Let it go. Martha Jones, followed by Bradley Crow, followed by Mark Weinstein.
I'm Martha Jones, and Rapid Bus Plus is Berkeley's potential